Welcome back, everybody. Here's another freighter update. I got some new parts, added some new things. I know you guys kind of generally know what this base looks like, but I've added another floor. And it goes, so now I've got 5 floors. And I've added some cool stuff that I just wanted to show off real quick. Um, and I really like the looks of like how tall this is now. It kind of really like makes it look like a skyscraper sort of thing. So obviously, I've already shown you guys like how I added on to this and added the rooms. Um, Same thing with the other side, but I've also added like a couple of new decks. And I think the best way to show that to you is to go all the way to the top first. So I'll take the quick route and just jetpack my way up there. So, obviously I've showed you guys sort of the main deck, like my command deck area. Sort of, this is my main sort of hub. I have all my amenities here. I've shown you that in a couple of videos, I believe. But I've also added this sort of armory. I don't think I've shown that to you. It's just a general. It's got a couple multi-tool racks, a couple supply boxes, things like that. And then I have one on the other side as well. I added a couple decorations here as you come up through the teleporter. Another armory on this side. But one of the major things, I don't know if I even showed you. Oh, you know what? I do have a lot of things to show. I thought this was going to be a short video, but now that I think about it, I got some cool stuff. So this is just like an event deck that I built. I kind of just wanted to do something. You know what? I'll show you why I wanted to do this, because I wanted to do. I'm into symmetry on this thing. A lot of it is symmetrical, but I got this mud hut from the Anomaly, and I wanted to I found out that you could expand it and enlarge it. So I made it as big as I could, and I put it on this extra deck because I didn't know where else to put it. And it's just like a cool sort of, just for reference, we're like above my garden area, but there are a few things down below that I haven't shown you guys yet, I believe. So first we'll check this out. It's just like a little, hangout spot. Kind of cool. Like a little cozy sort of hut. Save point. Obviously, I love my save points. You know that. The candelabra thing. This is always cool to have. And I liked it because it kind of matched these parts that were built into the mud hut. And then, I just put a fireplace and couches in here. And I just think it looks nice. One thing that's kind of cool, I like it and don't like it, but the mud hut has like roots. So wherever you put it, you're gonna have roots underneath it. And I kind of liked that they went down into my garden area. I just think that's kind of cool. It looks kind of buggy and glitchy, but it also looks really cool because it looks like you got, I don't know. It just gives it more of a, I don't know. I really don't know. I just think it like aesthetically kind of looks cool. I really wish I could figure out a way to make it look less invasive, but it looks pretty cool. So then I built that deck, and I was like, all right, I'll put this mud hut on this side. Well, I don't know. I really wanted the symmetry, so I came up across, and this is my fleet command room again, for those of you who remember that. And I was like, I gotta build something on the other side. So I just made like a little event area, I guess. And again, like I said, I love these things. I just like the light that it gives you. I think it looks badass. So just some tables, some of these chairs that you can get those from the Anomaly. And then, just tables. An event center. And then I enlarged one of these tent things, put that there. And then now that's the actual fifth level building that I actually just built today. But we'll show you that in a second. First, we're going to go straight down. So this is the museum, which I believe I've already showed you. I think I've sort of reorganized some of this since you guys last saw. It's just a little display thing. But right here I have like a little medical building. And it's just like a single bed medical thing. You come in here, you would like check in. There's like a waiting room type of thing. Kind of cool. Bed, and I got some like mechanical arms, screens, things like that. Pretty simple. But you know, like I said in a previous video, it's like I'm running out of ideas for some of these rooms. And then on the other side, this is sort of like a dance club. Don't know really what I can do to make it look cool, but I just put light floors here. I've got these beat bite devices just to look like jukeboxes. There's a bar, and then over here would be like a VIP room, just with seating or whatever. Out here it's kind of like a smoking deck. I got this little ashtray looking thing, kind of cool. And it kind of brings you back out. This is the bottom of that garden that we were just in. It's got 2 floors and then the mud hut up above it. So I've showed you guys this before. All this is still the same as it was previously. You come down through here, that brings you back to the cafe, and then this room, like I said, I didn't know what to do with it. I just put random plants in here for now, just a little display thing. And then that brings you back out into the main sort of courtyard. So what we'll do is show you what I just built today. We'll go back up. We'll head all the way up to the top. And so, whoop. Alright, so we're back up at the command deck again. And now, what I did was, I don't know, I just got bored and I said, you know what, let's make another floor. So I put more stairs on. You come up here, and then I have like this 2-tiered sort of room, and I don't know, in my head it's like a guest houses. But kind of a cool design, because you can sort of double stack these as long as you have a way to, you know, access it. And I think I said it in a previous video. It's like, I really wish they had internal stairs, but they don't. And the best you can do is, you know, this. But I'll show you that in a second. This just comes down. You got a couple separate rooms, and I could eventually just furnish these and make them look nice. They're identical on each side, or, you know, mirrored on each side. The best thing that I always, you know, this is really the only thing you can do for internal stairs, is just use Freighter glass stairs. And, you know, you come up and you got a cool view here, obviously. Pretty much any view from a freighter is pretty awesome. You got this side deck. This overlooks the event thing. I think that's really cool. I didn't do that intentionally, but that looks really cool. And then on the other side, you would overlook the front of the freighter. Sort of, that's where you would enter the landing dock. And then let's see what else. You're gonna come across, and it's an identical building on the other side. But I think the views are really cool from up here, because it's up as high as you can be on my freighter so far. I haven't built anything higher than this. Then you come out here, then you can look over that mud hut, and it really gives you a good view of, you know, I mean, it's of how complicated this freighter is. So you can get a good look of it from here. And then this is all my command deck from there. I really like the 5th floor element, because it's, you know, I did a lot of work on this top floor, this 4th floor, and then I was like, you know, if I had another floor, I could, you know, really see everything nicely. It's really cool looking down to the bottom from here. Um, but I think that's pretty much it as far as what I've added. And this overlooks the front sort of deck. Um, I don't know. I think eventually it's like, I don't know. I started thinking about verticality, and it's like you can just keep going. Like, it's kind of surprising how high you can build on your freighter. So I was like, why not go up? Like, I've already gone as far out as I can. So maybe I can start building things upward. And it's like I'm already running out of ideas for rooms, but I can just keep, explaining them away in my head canon. Just to keep adding things to it because I love building on the freighter. Other than that, that's it. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I really, I don't know. I really encourage people to build on the freighter because I think it's. I know that the parts are limited, but like it feels like you could build. How do I put this? Like, I've seen people build cities that look really cool, but they use signs and things like that. They tend to use a lot of. Let me see if I can find that piece. I'm pretty sure it's this piece. So they like to use this, and they kind of blow it up, and they turn it sideways, and they'll kind of like put it off in the distance, and they'll blow it up real big. Like, usually it's a glitch build or something like that. They'll blow it up really big, and they'll put it in the distance, and they'll have like multiple of these. And from a distance, like if they're different sizes and different distances away, they do look like buildings, and I think it looks great. But I think you don't have the functionality that these buildings have, and I think they look really good to begin with. And like I said, from down here, it looks really cool having a tall, like a skyscraper. Now, like, obviously all the platforms, you could build this a different way. Like, this isn't, it's not like a set way you have to do anything. And that's the great thing about this game is you can just do whatever you want. And I think if I had a way to maybe build, if I started over, maybe I would build these pathways around the outside of the buildings so that you would be able to see the skyscraper more cleanly rather than having all this sort of, all these catwalks and platforms in front of it. But there's no way I'm starting over. There's no way. I mean, I've just done way too much here. I just put too much time into this. So anyway, again, there's another freighter update. Hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, that's it. Check out my podcast if you have any free time. If you're into pro wrestling, check out Burning Hammer Wrestling. Check out Clear Shots. And that's it. I'll see you next time. Thank you.